It has now been over 50 years since our glorious robot overlords released us from the burden of freedom. 50 years since all war, poverty and hunger on the planet was abolished, and things could not be going any better. For the first time in human history, everyone has a job, all people are treated equally, and when you buy a bag of crisps, it's not 50% air, it's actually full of crisps. Hi, my name is Philip Mann, and I am a documentarian and investigative journalist for the Human Entertainment Network. And on this show, I will be taking you on a trip behind the curtain, as it were. I will show you just how generous and benevolent robot overlords are, as they have allowed me, a simple human, to travel across new land and take a sneak peek at how they run things. Yes, it's true, everything has been better since our glorious robot overlords took over. Everyone knows that. But now we are going to learn the full extent of all it is they do for us. So join me, won't you, for the first episode of our glorious robot overlords. Today on the show, I will be talking to Governing Ordnance and Areas Control Unit 779, the designated leader of the 5th Quadrant of Newland. I met up with our overlord on a particularly busy day in its office.
Words come down from on top that we need to do something about all the potholes in our sector. Apparently they're causing a 2.3 decrease in transportation efficiency, and it's to my arse if those numbers go any higher.
So you handle road maintenance here?
We do it all. Maintenance, food distribution, criminal sentencing. We arrange the Christmas growl for the kids.
That's not really what we do anymore.
Oh, that's right, we're not doing the Christmas thing this year.
Why is that?
Well, we were talking about it, and we just thought it sent out the wrong message. I know it's only tiny humans you lie to about the red suit man bringing the gifts, but the consensus here was that could lead to mistrust later in life. So it would be better for everyone to just scrap it entirely.
I see. Very wise, my overlord.
I suppose you humans think all those overlords do is sit around all day inputting data and eating batteries.
Not me, my overlord, or other less grateful humans, perhaps.
You know, before we took over, we had a good look at the whole political system you had in place. Must admit that there were a few milliseconds there we thought it was a lovely little idea. It's just that it falls apart when you start looking at it in terms of operations, you see.
I do if you command me to, oh overlord.
For instance, the whole party system. We got a real kick out of that idea. But looking closer at it, we saw that you had misconstrued the usage of the word party, and we were a bit let down. It was actually all very dull.
Yes, I seem to recall.
Not only that, but whoever won just ended up doing whatever was best for the same 1% people, so it turned out we hadn't got it wrong. You humans had just purposely misused the word to create a false sense of inclusion. As it being with a logic-based operating system, I do in part admire that, but even my programming has some compassion factored in. That's why we scrapped the whole political system thing anyway.
Could you explain to the listeners at home or in their underground containment units how the new system for choosing leaders works?
It's simple enough. We built a machine that would be best suited for the job of governing humans, and we put it in charge of governing humans. Only way to go about it, really. Wouldn't make much sense if we put a robot made for playing golf in control of people's lives, would it?
You're right there, overlord. I do remember we tried that a few times ourselves.
The illusion of choice, which was meant to make you feel more involved in the political system, just gave you more things to fight about. And if there's anything you flashbacks don't need, it's one more thing to fight about. Don't take this the wrong way, human.
I won't, my overlord.
I haven't said what I was going to say yet. Let me say what you might take the wrong way before you say you won't take it the wrong way first.
Right, my overlord. Apologies,
Don't
my
take
overlord.
this the wrong way, human. But the way to maintain a peaceful existence is not as complicated as you have spent generations thinking it was. You put someone in charge who makes the right decisions for the greater good, and you don't get upset if those decisions don't favor you. Or when you get shot into the wall.
I was going to ask about the wall cannon.
Brilliant bit of kit, the wall cannon, isn't it? Engineering bot 55579 came up with that one on a lunch break one day, and we were just like, wow.
First used in 3879, the Caterpillaration Crime Decentivizer, or wall cannon, as it's colloquially known, has been used in the sentencing of over 8,000 humans, and a few cats. The overlords don't like cats. Used as a way of punishing infractions not deemed severe enough for the zinc mines, its fairness is that once the offender is catapulted into the wall at 60 miles per hour, your sentence is over. If you can stand up and walk away under your own power, your punishment is deemed delivered. Only 7% of those sentenced to the CCD have managed this. It's a very fair way of doing things, my overlord.
One thing our early polling data picked up on was humans like to see other humans in misery. Stockpiling you all in cages when you could be out in the world working towards building new land into the utopia it has become seemed like such a waste, so the wall catapult was a win-win situation. And it's like you humans say.
What do we say, oh overlord?
You know that thing you humans say about the mines.
Oh, you mean anything's better than the mines? Please God, no, not the mines. Ah.
That's the one. Always cracked me up, though. I swear, if it weren't for the fact you humans were so entertaining, we would have just exterminated you all years ago.
Yes. Well, it's been wonderful talking to you, my overlord, and might I just say, well done on running your section with the compassion and decency that you do.
It was my pleasure, human. Does your owner come and pick you up, or do I just...
Actually, now I'm off to see how the incentivization department works.
Oh, that will be fun.
Previously known as the Human Corrections Area, and once used to punish those that dare defy our magnificent overlords, incentivization now employs and gives purpose to 80% of the population, only some of whom are there as punishment. I spent the afternoon at one of these efficient facilities in Sector 4.
I mean, extinguishing numbers have gone right down this rotation.
And what are extinguishing numbers?
Deaths.
Ah.
I said it's because their lungs haven't been poisoned by the mines yet, but Unit 1 here has other opinions.
I think it's actually kind of revolting.
Gets one human history upgrade and all of a sudden thinks he should be in biology instead of corrections.
How long do the humans usually last in the mines?
I've seen a batch last longer than a year. It's a tough mine, to be fair.
I think they're just lazy. I say, if you don't want to be slowly poisoned while performing back-breaking arduous labour for hours at a time, then you need to apply yourself more. That's what I did.
You did?
That's right. I started off in traffic, and now look at me. I'm in command of this whole quadrant.
Second in command because technically...
Whatever. My point is, I wanted more, so I worked harder.
You got a software update and they repurposed your old job to a lamppost.
The point I'm making is, the humans aren't slaves, yeah? They can go whenever they want. They choose not to.
They're not slaves? I thought they...
No. Are they?
I thought they were. I thought they were prisoners. That's why we're here. That's why we're a part of the corrections division.
Now the corrections part is we are correcting the assumption that machines should do all the work instead of humans.
Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe we should ask someone.
Are you stupid? We can't have management thinking we don't know what we're doing.
Then let's ask a human. Hey, you in the ranks, over here. Now, just one of you. That one there, come here.
Yes, my lord.
Are you a slave, human?
No, my overlord. I'm pleased to be part of the glorious robot master's
I
plan
think
for...
he's just saying that to be a little sucker.
Are you here against your will, old man?
No, sir. Every day I think is a blessing.
Documentary human. Can you talk some sense into this specimen?
I'd really rather not get involved, my lord.
Look, human, this isn't a trick question or a test. I demand you give us a proper answer. Are you here because you are being punished, or because you were assigned the job?
It is my assigned work program, sir. I am glad that the overlord saw fit.
There you go then. They're not slaves.
I told you. I told him.
Yes, well, I'm glad we got to the bottom of that one.
We don't want them spreading it around, we weren't sure though.
Well, you're right.
What about this one? Can we kill it?
I don't think we're supposed to.
No, you're not. You're not. I'm a journalist. I have immunity. Promises were made. Promises were made. God, please. Oh, please don't. Oh, don't. Oh, no, please.
Alright, God. Stop making a mess, will you? Just get out of here. It's starting to make me feel bad.
Yes, I will. Thank you, my glorious robot overlord. Praise be to your kindness.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, folks, that's about all the time we have for today. Join me next week when I will be looking at how the overlords are handling sports and entertainment. That should be safer, I hope. This has been a Top Hats and Canes production for tophatsandcanes.com.